Welcome everyone to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But before we get started, I have a couple of housekeeping items to cover really quickly. Number one, this is a webinar, so that means your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. Second, this is a really fun way for you to learn about multiple schools in a quick format. So there's a whole hour after this, and so I hope that you'll sign up for more sessions to hear about more schools to consider in your college search. Thirdly, this is being recorded tonight, and that sign up and the recording will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Fourth, we know that you're going to have questions tonight, so make sure that you put any questions in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen at any point. Type your question and then also note the college or university that you're directing your question to so that they can answer appropriately. And finally, this is what's called a 6x6 program, which means we have 6 colleges that will have only 6 minutes to present great information about their institutions. And we hope it's just enough so that you'll want to do more research on your own. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists. First up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you Georgia Southern University. Take it away whenever you're ready. And you might be on mute still.
Hey all, my name is Gina Park and I am the out-of-state counselor for Georgia Southern University. I work with students mainly in North and South Carolina and also for Tennessee. So our institution offers 3 different campuses for all of our students. We have Statesboro, which is located in Statesboro, Georgia. It's our biggest campus. It has about 19 to 20,000 students. It's where our football team is, most of our NCAA sports. Our second campus is our Armstrong campus. It's located in the historic city of Savannah, Georgia. It's a little smaller of a campus, but it's definitely, you have that, close-knit feel with all of your students and friends and your professors. We have about 6,000 students. Our smallest campus is Liberty. It is located in Hinesville. This is about 600 students. It's mostly for all of our students who are located in the Army base of Fort Stewart, so it's very close to them. The difference about this campus than our Armstrong and Statesboro is that it does not offer any residential campus on the actual campus itself. Let's see. So our admission requirements for this summer and fall for our incoming freshmen, we are test optional. We're not sure what that's going to be for next year. So that should be updated pretty soon. If you have a GPA between a 2.6 or higher, you don't have to send in any test scores. However, if you have a GPA from a 2.5 to a 2.59, we do ask you to send in a 1030 or higher of the SAT score or 20 or higher on the ACT. We do super short score those, so definitely send all of your test scores in if you have taken them more than once. So this year we offered our border state waiver to all of our 3 campuses. Last year it was just on the Armstrong campus. However, we opened it up to all of our 3 campuses. This is not a scholarship. It's not competitive. So if you have lived in any of our bordering states for at least 12 consecutive months, you will be able to receive this if you're approved by our committee. But like I said, if you have lived there for 12 months, you should be able to get approved. It's just basically you don't need a specific GPA or anything. It just gives students the opportunity to pay in-state tuition rather than out of state, which is a huge difference for all of our students. This is one of our virtual events that we host. Our last one is actually this Saturday, so definitely register for that. I believe it's still open, but it's like a virtual open house event for everybody. You can meet one-on-one with a lot of representatives from different academic colleges. and our student services. It's an awesome way to ask questions. Everyone's super, nice, and they'll answer anything for you guys. Breakout sessions, it's a lot of different colleges. Also, you get a tour of campus, and you get to speak to our student ambassadors who are very informative about student life on campus. So Devin and Toby are our admissions contact. So definitely reach out to them if you guys have any specific questions. But if you have any other questions, like vaguely, a lot of the admissions counselors are able to help. So definitely reach out to us.
Thanks so much to Georgia Southern University. We appreciated your presentation. Audience, feel free to put your questions in the Q&A at any point. List out your question, and then I'll also note the college or institution that you're directing your question to so that they can answer appropriately. And you don't have to wait for a particular institution to present in order to ask your questions. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Averett University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Whoop. There we go. My name is Clarice Labua, and I am the admissions counselor for North Carolina here at Averett University. So Averett University is located in a suburban area in Danville, Virginia, which is just 3 miles from the North Carolina border. So we are not far away at all from North Carolina. We have 5 campuses in total. So we have our main campus, which is our historic campus that houses all of our students, as well as most of our classes. We also have a nursing campus located downtown, an aviation campus located at the airport, an equestrian center located in Pelham, North Carolina, and then we have our athletics facility located at our North Campus. We're a little under 1,000 undergraduate students, and those are split between 50 male, 50 female. And then we have a 33% diversity rating. We also have an 11% international population, which is very large for a school our size. And an average class size is about 10 to 12 students. So we have a really active student life here on campus. We have over 30 clubs and organizations, and those range from academic clubs to fraternities and sororities, intramurals, and just about anything you can imagine. If we don't have a club on campus that you're looking for, you can actually create your own with 3 other students. And we're really encouraging students to become a part from the start once they are a student here at Averett. We're also heavily service-based, so we have a Center for Community Engagement and Career Competitiveness here on campus, and they're going to help you build your resume and get involved in the community. So we have a lot of service learning here at Averett as well. These are a list of our majors and minors, and like I said, we have some unique ones such as equestrian studies and aviation. So you can find those here at Averett, along with everything like business, communications, theater, and everything else you can imagine. So our application is really easy. It's free on our website. There's no essays, no recommendation letters. We just look for your transcripts and test scores. And we do accept SAT and ACTs, and we super score. So send in all the test scores that you do take. So we'll give you the best overall score. This current year, we are test optional. I'm not sure what it's going to look like for next year. Probably the same because so many students haven't had the chance to take a test yet. But just stay in touch for that. We also have a virtual tour on our website if you're interested in checking out the campus. So our merit scholarships, that's where your high school transcript and your test scores come into play. We use those 2 things to get a merit scholarship for you guys. And those range from $20,000 to $3,000 a year. And even though we don't have out-of-state tuition, we give out-of-state students an additional $2,000 in scholarship. So the next thing that you guys are going to want to do is October 1st, the FAFSA opens, and you're going to want to fill that out to try to see if you can get some student aid. Now, the other benefit that comes from applying for a FAFSA is even if you don't think you're going to qualify for anything federally, we we have something called Averett Assistance Grant, which is additional money that we give, that Averett gives based on your FAFSA. So make sure to send that in. And then follow us on social media, check out a virtual tour, or sign up for an in-person tour. We are currently doing in-person tours, and you can sign up for one of those on our website. And if you guys have any questions, please send those in to me. I'd be happy to answer them.
Clarice, thanks so much to you and Averett University. Awesome presentation. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you the University of Utah. Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah May, and I'm the admissions counselor from the University of Utah. I work with students coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So specifically with you all. So my contact information will be at the end. And if you have anything that we don't cover in just these short 6 minutes, feel free to reach out. But coming from Utah, which is probably pretty far from where you all are, and maybe you've never been here before, where our location and campuses is something I really want to highlight. So we're located right here in Salt Lake City. Coming from the East Coast, we are really close by to the airport, only about 10 or 15 minutes from our campus. And this picture really shows that our campus has 360 mountain views. We are kind of hugging the mountains and overlooking the city. But we're really accessible if you want to be downtown, if you want to go hiking. We really have the best of both worlds, but we are located right here in Salt Lake City. This picture really shows you that piece that I was mentioning, that we hug the mountains and overlook the city. But something unique about us being a school in a city is that we do have our own campus, which you kind of see here and in that previous picture. The campus community is something that really hooked me. I actually am from North Carolina. And I walked around campus one time and absolutely fell in love with the community feel, which is really unique for a campus that's in the city. It's also a bonus that we have the mountains right here with us. Other kind of higher arching things that I want to point out about our campus is that we are a larger institution. We have about 32,000 students and about 24,000 of those are undergraduate. So we are undergraduate heavy, but there's plenty of opportunities for professional programs in graduate school. Even though we are a larger institution, we maintain a 17:1 student faculty ratio. And before COVID, about 65% of our classes had fewer than 30 students. So that is one positive. Our class sizes got even smaller. We are a R1 research institution here in Utah. We're top tier for research. And recently we joined the Association of American Universities, which is really going to help our research opportunities, funding, projects in motion, things like that. Being a research school, there's lots of opportunity to hop onto projects, get to know mentors, find funding to fund cool projects, and kind of just get your name out there. And since we are a research school, research is very prevalent in all of our programs, even as undergraduates and in programs you might not think are research-based. And then we do have a lot of things in place that really ensure that we're affordable. And so we'll talk about the low student debt rate later on. Other things that are really cool about our location outside of just being in the city is that we're close to some world-class ski resorts, as well as some national parks. So there's a lot to do from a learning perspective, as well as socializing and enjoying what we have to offer. We have 18 colleges and over 150 academic programs. So there's truly something for everyone. Some of our more popular programs are going to be business, entrepreneurship, our medical school, architecture, just to name a few, but trust me, there are plenty of things to offer. We do have a holistic review process, which just means we do care about your academics for sure. We are test optional going into next year, but we also want to hear about things you're doing outside of the classroom. We really look at you as a person. We're not here to judge you or see if you have this or that. We want to see what you're able to bring to the table and how you can be successful on our campus. Success looks very different for all types of students. So just tell us everything about yourself and your story. We are on the Common Application, so we make it really easy to apply. There's no essay required. We'll just need your high school transcripts and your test scores if you choose to send them. This is just a brief look at the cost of attendance, and I wanted to kind of just show these numbers so that you can better understand some of our offerings. Our out-of-state tuition comes in a little less than $30,000, while our in-state comes in at a little less than $9,000. And you might be wondering, why are we talking about in-state? But in Utah, it's very feasible and easy to come here and be a resident for tuition purposes. There's just a few things that you need to kind of check off your list, but as long as you do them, you'll qualify for in-state tuition your following year. All of this can be explored more on our residency website and on our admission sites, but it's pretty straightforward. And that, again, just looking at those numbers can drop your tuition significantly. This is also really great if you're thinking about maybe going to graduate school and you want to do that with us, you'll already have that in-state tuition rate there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and reach out to the Office of Admissions. We'd love to have you on campus. We are hosting in-person tours as of earlier this month. They are filling up very quickly, so definitely get onto our website and see if any of our times work with you. We'll also be hosting tours throughout the summer, so feel free to visit us then as well. And reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Sarah May, thank you so much to you and the University of Utah. Wow, we have heard from 3 great schools and we still have several to go. So next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Ohio University. Angie, take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Courtney. Hi, you guys. I am Angie Lyons. I am your regional rep. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia for Ohio University. I'm going to share my screen and some information about Ohio. Hold on, wait a second. Sorry about that. Let me share again.
Don't
There
worry.
you go. Oh, it was hiding from me. Ohio University. I'm going to share a quick video and I'll come back and give you some information why this could be the best place for you. Just make sure I've done my sound. I did. So let's go.
At Ohio University, we've spent our last 216 years perfecting your 4.
We looked at a bunch of different schools and the last one was OU, and I came here and I just realized that like it's home. It just felt right to me, and that's a weird feeling because I didn't feel it anywhere else. I'm from a small town, so I get what it means to have a community, and when I came here I felt that community again. There's something about this place that just makes you feel happy.
Knowing that you're having an impact and able to contribute to whatever science field you're working in is really important to know as a student. It was definitely cool to see true science in the making.
It's a real community that you get, not just in your residential green, but also in your residence hall.
Together with our regional campuses, centers, and Ohio Online, we are One Ohio.
When I first came here, I didn't have a lot of confidence. The faculty teach you that change is important. You meet all these people who want to enact the change and want to be a part of a family. The best part about it is gaining confidence in being you and not being someone else. This is home. This is a place for me to grow, for me to be a new person.
Ohio's generous and renewable scholarships represent our commitment to investing in your success for life. Ohio University doesn't just deliver a degree. It becomes part of who you are and will be forever.
I love watching that video, and I especially love the scene with the snow. Again, thank you for your time. I'm Angie Lyons. I'm based in Atlanta, and a lot of students are really surprised to see and hear how many students that we get from North Carolina. That is our pipeline. We get a lot of students from North Carolina, and we have a lot of families from Ohio that move to North Carolina. So if you are a legacy of your parents or grandparents are graduates of Ohio University, you get in-state tuition, which is a great thing. Our process is really simple. We do a holistic review. We're looking for a minimum of 21 credits, which include your standard core courses of English, math, science, and social studies, and 2 consecutive years of a foreign language. So students ask, will this transfer to dual enrollment? Yes, it will. Anything you've done in high school, we most definitely want to give you credit. We're the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Our job is to admit you if this is a good fit for you. We want you to become a future Bobcat. So yes, we'll give you credit for anything that you've done. Like I said, our process is really simple. We're holistic. We look at what you've done inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom. We really care about who you are as an individual. We're on the Common App. That is a $50 application, but if you stay in touch with me, I will give you a fee waiver. And we also have our application online. You can send your transcript, which we need from high school and college if you're taking courses, and we're test optional. So if you decide that you don't want to see your test scores, you didn't have the opportunity, don't worry, that's not going to prevent you from getting merit-based scholarship, because we look at the whole student and the whole picture. So if you decide you don't want to do that, most definitely. But I do encourage you to apply by our deadline on November 15th. That allows us to look at you to put your name in for scholarships just based on your rigor of your courses and your GPA. So always opt to do that by November 15th. It does not bind you to our school, but allows us to offer you scholarships. And of course, are there any challenges that you've had? Do that in the essay. We love to read about it. Like I said, we're the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. We realize these are challenging times for you guys. And so we understand that, and we want to make sure that this is a good fit for you. Ohio's not that far away, and so I most definitely want you to consider becoming a Bobcat. And if there's anything I can do, again, I love to talk about the test optional pathway. If there's anything that I can do, please let me know. I'm your regional rep. I'm based in Atlanta. I usually travel to North Carolina all season. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and everything. Take care. And this is Ohio University.
Angie, thank you so much to you and Ohio University. Our final presentation tonight will be from Bucknell University. Lauren, take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I am Lauren Rambo. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at Bucknell University, which is located in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. We're in a small college town in a really wonderful setting, surrounded by state parks, the Susquehanna River, really awesome outdoors opportunities, as well as an amazing town and community within walking distance of campus. Campus ends and downtown Lewisburg begins. It's highly residential. It's the kind of place where you walk down the street and you run into somebody you know, or you walk into your favorite coffee shop and see 3 of your professors having lunch together. What I love about Bucknell University is that it is blending your traditional liberal arts, well-rounded education with an emphasis on hands-on learning. Our students are ambitious and collaborative. They are just as likely to start a new project, start research, be engaged with their faculty, have big goals and big dreams for themselves, start companies, as they are to turn around and start a study group, ask how their friends are doing, and come in to support you. You're able to get involved with research as early as your first year. It's important to our faculty and to our students that you really understand how to take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it to anything you might do after Bucknell. We have about 3,600 undergraduate students, 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and none of your classes are taught by TAs. What this means is you're going to be building relationships with your faculty. These people are at Bucknell because they want to teach, and they want to teach undergraduate students. We're made up of 3 colleges. College of Arts and Sciences is the largest. There's over 50 majors and 60 minors in this college alone, and all students across the university will take courses here. You have access to spaces like a rooftop greenhouse, state-of-the-art labs, costume shop, maker spaces, 3 different theaters, a recital hall, and many more amazing spaces that are available to all students. It's not uncommon to double major, to have an accidental minor because you find a professor that you really enjoy taking classes with. There really is no limit to how you can combine your different interests. We have our College of Engineering, which is a top-ranked undergraduate engineering institution program that's really focused on design and problem solving. We want you to start from day one looking at a problem and figuring out how to solve it. What other types of engineers do you need to pull into the project? What students across campus might you need to pull in, whether it's somebody from the humanities or political science or economics? How can you be interdisciplinary and intentional in the work that you're doing? Your coursework all culminates in your senior design, where you're a project manager for a real company and a real client. Past companies have included places like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, the university itself, and Geisinger Health Network, which is a major hospital system in our area. And then, of course, we have our Freeman College of Management, which has the AACSB accreditation, which only the top 5% of business programs receive. And students are taking a wider lens. It's not just a business, but it's understanding all of the different components that go into finding success, to running a company, looking at markets, innovations, and design, managing for sustainability, a new real estate minor. And then, of course, majors like finance and accounting. So blending that traditional with also that forward thinking. And because of these amazing experiences as students, where you're combining your different interests, where you're taking different types of classes, where you're getting a chance to do what you're learning, our students end up with really excellent postgraduate results. Within 9 months of graduating, 94% of the class of 2020 was placed, most within jobs, some in grad school, and a small percentage figuring out what's next. Common companies that hire our students include places like Deloitte, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Goldman Sachs, L'Oreal, Southwest Airlines, Yelp, the Peace Corps, Teach for America, and AmeriCorps. Our alumni have gone on to be Broadway performers, creating companies like Kiva, which is an innovative micro-lending company. They're Disney Imagineers, they're award-winning authors. There's no one path that our students take after graduating. And with that in mind, there's no one path that our students take when they're on campus. It is very much a place where you can be the artist and the athlete and the scientist, and nobody bats an eye at it. We're bringing lots of activities to you, the spirit of a much larger school, and an opportunity to really know people all across campus. Events happening regularly, Division I athletics, 200 clubs and organizations. It's a place where our students get involved in 3 to 5 different things outside of the classroom, and go and support each other in their different activities as well. Here are our admissions deadlines. Like my colleagues, we also look at all pieces of your application. We're looking to build the most interesting, talented, and diverse class in Bucknell's history year after year, and working to ensure the answer to 2 questions. Will you be successful academically? Are you going to graduate? And how can you contribute to our campus community? But also, how can we help you grow into what you're hoping to achieve? You can see our different decision deadlines here. We ask for the CSS profile for financial aid that's available through College Board. You'll want to give yourself extra time to fill that out. It's a little more detailed, and everything is due when your application is due. So it would either be November 15th or January 15th. Here in my contact information, I look forward to answering your questions and to being in touch with you. And thank you for your time tonight.
Lauren, thanks so much to you and Bucknell University. Now I'd like to invite all of our presenters to turn back on their cameras to share some other great information about their institutions. So we'll go round robin in the same order that you presented originally. what's your favorite event or tradition on campus? Or if you'd prefer, give us a fun fact or an interesting fact about your institution. So Georgia Southern is up first.
So yeah, my favorite tradition on campus definitely has to be during home games. All of our football team and all of our coaches ride out in traditional yellow school buses, and then they're very engaging with everybody along the main road to Paulson Stadium. And they're just, like I said, very engaging with all of our students. Everyone that's tailgating, they come out along the sidewalk right by the road, and they just like, they're just having so much fun. It's definitely a tradition as a student myself before will miss and definitely will cherish forever. And definitely I miss being a student and being out there. So.
Here at Averett University, I think one of our most rewarding traditions that we have every year, since we are community service based, we do a Play to Engage Day. And that's where we get all of our local students that are in like the Boys and Girls Club and after school activities. We get them all out to our community center in town, and all of our student athletes and other students come out and they teach them how to play sports. They play different activities with them. Our local police department comes out and firefighters. So it's just a huge event with our community just to help get kids engaged and involved after school.
One of my favorite things that happens on campus, which is also sort of a fun fact, we're in the Pac-12 for athletics, and we're a big sports school, and it's a big, very prideful thing here in Salt Lake City. And our student section is called the MUST, the Mighty Utah Student Section, and it's a great way to meet friends and tailgate and do all of that. But at football games, whenever the opposing team is at their third down, they do the third down jump, and it is so intense, and there's so many people doing it that it registers as a small earthquake on our seismic center, whatever the science thing they do over there. So it's really intense. It's really fun for the students, and it's just a great way to kind of get that excitement and have fun with a bunch of students.
That sounds like fun, jumping up and down, making a thing. At Ohio University, our students are very involved with community. So I do a lot of things, but the two things that I really get excited about when I'm on campus is the Boogie on the Bricks, which is in the springtime. The cherry blossoms come out. It's a free concert, and you get t-shirts. And when you're in college, those t-shirts, you wear them often. So most definitely, so that's fun. And then in the fall, around October, around Halloween, we have the Mardi Gras in the Midwest. This is something that colleges from all over come, and it's a big celebration. It's a big party. So the two things that I do enjoy are the parties, but our students work hard, but they do have a good time when they celebrate each other.
Recently, we've been doing a lot of sessions with tour guides co-presenting with us, and time and again, when they're asked this question, their favorite event on campus is Calfsgiving. So right before the Thanksgiving break, which our students typically get a whole week off for, the university cafeteria will hold a big Thanksgiving dinner with all of the different side dishes and desserts and appetizers, and students will line up outside of the cafeteria hours before it's going to open to find a table that they will then claim for their entire friend group. It's just a really amazing way to celebrate getting towards the end of the semester and each other, and it's something you see, typically only our first year students are eating in the cafeteria, but this is a time where you see first years all the way through seniors equally engaging and communing with each other. And it's just an awesome, awesome day.
I love hearing all of these awesome traditions. And I know, audience, you're probably thinking about, that's going to be my new tradition. And this is just a really exciting time. We do have a little bit more time. So I am going to ask our experts to share a little bit more information with you about the college search process. So this time we'll go in the reverse order. So Lauren will be up first. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Those online are likely rising seniors, juniors, and sophomores. Lauren, whenever you're ready.
I would say, don't forget you have to finish high school. You still have your high school experience in front of you. It can be so easy to get swept up in the college search process that you lose sight of what you're experiencing right now. So stay engaged with your classes, with your teachers, with your school community, your home community. All of that matters, and all of that is starting to form who you're going to be on these college campuses. So don't forget to finish high school strong.
Oh, I love that. But my advice is, this is a journey, so make it yours. When you're on the college campuses, there's some beautiful campuses. Take pictures, reserve those memories. So when you get back home, so you can remember what the ice cream tastes like, and you can see your reaction when you saw a first building and you heard some. So take pictures and enjoy it so you can reflect later on.
I think, I mean, it's cliche, but I'd say, just be yourself. I think I remember when I was going through this process, and I see with a lot of students, it can be really intimidating, and you feel like you have to make these really big decisions. And a lot of times I always tell students, we're not judging you, and that's a huge relief off their shoulders. And that's truly it. We're human, you're human, life happens. We're not looking for the perfect person to fit a mold. And like I said in my presentation, success looks different to every student in every college. So, I mean, yeah, we want really engaged students academically, but you don't have to be in the head of some club. You're not gonna be doing, success just looks so different. It looks that way in the classroom, in clubs and organizations, in the community. You don't have to be the best of the best at everything. You just need to, put yourself out there, be yourself, and, you'll find your fit. And so just really be yourself. And I think just remember that, life happens, you're human, we're human, we get it. We just want to see you be successful. So just really be yourself.
I would definitely say my best advice is stay in contact with your admissions counselors. Don't lose touch with us. You never know what we might have up our sleeves with scholarships or things that might be coming available or events that are happening on campus. So just keep in touch. Don't hesitate to reach out. You're not bothering us. We want to know all your questions. We want to be there to help you throughout all the processes. So just keep in touch.
My advice would be definitely just to relax. I mean, you might think you're crunched for time, but honestly, if you just are so stressed about it, you won't enjoy the last few months you have left of high school. And like Lauren said, you might just everything might just be swept away, and you might just, freak out. But also definitely ask questions. As admissions counselors, we're here for you guys. We look forward to answering your questions, honestly, especially for myself. I love answering questions for students. Every day I receive a new question every day, and I love it. And also, I definitely think you should come to campus and try to do an in-person tour and see if you could see yourself there. As when I was a senior, I went to so many different colleges, and every college sort of had a different atmosphere. And I try to think, can I see myself here? And if I didn't, then I mean, it was just a trip that I got to see a different campus. But definitely think that's important, because if you decide on a college and you've never been there, it's like, whoa, it's like a whole different world. So definitely come to campus if you can. And those are my advices. Yeah.
See, guys, I told you they had some expert advice. And I will say, enjoy the ride. This is an incredible time in your life. It can be a lot of fun if you'll let it be fun. Just breathe. We know that you've got this, and really just have some fun. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. There'll be a quick 4-question survey as you close out. So we hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. We hope that you had fun too during this session, and that we hope that you'll sign up for another session coming up here in the next hour. The recording of this session will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Have a good one, everyone, and best wishes in your college search. Bye-bye.